Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I shall be teaching you some English words that we pronounce incorrectly, let alone enunciating them precisely, but we do not even go near to the way these words should be spoken. Yes, you have heard right. We totally mispronounce these English words. We almost pronounce every word incorrectly. Now a question must have aroused in mind of everyone, in the mind of all the viewers, that why do we pronounce these words incorrectly, in wrong way? What is the reason of mispronouncing these words? We learn mispronunciations of these words from our teachers. Our teachers inculcate us English words with wrong pronunciations. Because they have less phonetic information, they have less phonetic knowledge. So with that less phonetic information knowledge, they teach us how to pronounce English words. And we adopt that technique, we start pronouncing words in that wrong way. And we also live in a society where people speak English with typical Pakistani accent, with typical Pakistani pronunciations. We also live in a kind of society where our pronunciation, our accent is not checked, its mistakes are not mocked out. Because we live among people who speak English with typical Pakistani accent, with typical Urdu accent, so we easily get jobs here. We usually go to school and they take interviews from us, and they just want to see fluency in our language. If you have good fluency in your language, if you are able to speak few sentences, few words fluently, then they will give you a job easily. If you go for a job, and they will also ask you some questions, and if you are able to answer their questions fluently, they will not ask you anything else. They will just see fluency and your grammatical power, the strength you have at grammar. They will just see it. Okay, if you have good command at fluency, if you have good command at grammar, then what will happen? You can get jobs here in Sindh. Okay, but you are living an ideal life, you're living an ideal society, is because here you are not living in real life. Believe me, you are not living in real society. When you go out of this society, when you go away from these people, when you abandon these teachers, when you go to Islamabad, when you want to give interviews for foreign countries, for giving IELTS tests, then what will happen is this: believe me, they will not see your grammar power, strength you have at grammar, the power, the command you have at your fluency. They will not see it, but they will see your accent, they will see your pronunciations, that how do you pronounce English words. Yes, I am also from Shadadkot. I live here. We usually speak English with typical Pakistani accents. But when I went to Islamabad, there I have given interviews for different kinds of jobs. I have given interview for teaching, and I have also given interviews for other reasons. Then I came to know that what do the people notice in your speaking. When you talk to them in English, what they are looking for in your English, what they want to see in your English, they notice your pronunciation. They notice your accent, the way you are speaking English, the way you are expressing your ideas in English. Your grammatical mistakes are negligible. Your fluency is negligible. It can be ignored. It can be neglected. It can be paused over. But if you have good pronunciation, you can easily pass any interview. If you want to pass the interview of CSS, if you want to pass the interview for job, if you want to pass any interview, then what you have to do is to make your pronunciation better, make your accent better. And the other thing is this: speaking English with American accent, with British accent, is easier than speaking it with typical Pakistani accents. It is harder. Believe me, we are making English harder because we cannot get that typical Pakistani pronunciations from internet, from anywhere. They are Pakistani made pronunciations, they are Sindhi people made pronunciations. These are the pronunciations which are formed by us. So we cannot get their pronunciations from anywhere. But if you want to get the pronunciation, American pronunciation of words, British pronunciation of words, you can get them easily. You can look up for them in any dictionary. They will easily provide you with pronunciation of words. So I just want to give this counsel, I just want to give this suggestion to all of you that you must give time. I don't want you to give your 24 hours, devote your 24 hours to speaking English with American accent, or to improve your accent, to make your accent better or something like this. I know my accent is also not better. The way I pronounce words is also not better, but I'm trying my best to improve it. I'm working on it. You do not know the value of pronunciation, you do not know the value of accent, but when you will go out of Shadat Court, you will come to know how much important it is to have good communication skill with American accent, with British accent. Now let's start the video. The first word, now you can see it on the screen. That word, we pronounce it calcium. We say it calcium, but you know it is not calcium, it is calcium. This word should be pronounced like calcium, not calcium. The sounds of C should be maintained. It should not be replaced with sh sound, sh sound. It should not be said, it should not be pronounced, it should not be vocalized like calcium. It should be pronounced calcium. Now look at second word. We pronounce it potassium. We say it is potassium. But it is not potassium, it is potassium. It is potassium, potassium. Now look at this third word. We pronounce it magnesium, but it is not magnesium, it is magnesium. It is magnesium. It is magnesium. You don't have to pronounce, you don't have to make the sound of SI like sh, sh. Here you have to pronounce it magnesium. Magnesium. Change the sound of S with Z. Z. Magnesium. Now look at this word. Now we pronounce this word since our childhood. We were taught to pronounce this word in this way. Thumb. Thumb. We pronounce it thumb. But we don't have to pronounce it in this way. It is incorrect way of pronouncing this word. It is thumb. Thumb. B is silent here. It is totally silent. Thumb. Now look at this fifth word. We pronounce this fifth word plumber. Plumber. We say it plumber, but it is not plumber, it is plumber. Plumber. B is also silent here. You don't have to make the sound of, you don't have to make the echo of B. Just make it silent here and just pronounce this word like plumber. 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 Now look at this word. Now we pronounce this word asthma. Asthma. We say asthma, but it is not asthma, it is asthma. Asthma. TH is silent here. The sound of th is silent here. Now look at this seventh word. We pronounce this word incorrectly. We say it's tomb. Tomb. But it is not tomb, it is tomb. T, we have to, first of all, we have to do one thing is this. We don't have to make the sound of B. It should be silent here. And we have to stretch the sound of O. Tomb. Tomb like you. It should be tomb, not tomb. Now look at this eighth word. Now we usually, mispronounce this word in this way. We address this word like this. We say it's Wednesday. Wednesday. It is not Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. We don't have to make the sound of E here because E is silent here. It should be quiet here. It should not be spoken. It should not be echoed. It should not make any sound here. Now look at this ninth. Pronounce this word iron. Iron. It is not iron. It is iron. It is iron. R is totally silent here. You don't have to make the sound of R. Iron. It is iron. Now look at this 10th word. We pronounce this 10th word bowl. We say it bowl. It is not bowl, it is bowl. It is, what is it? It is bowl. So there are so many multitude of English words like them which we pronounce incorrectly. So we have to work on our pronunciation. We have to give some time. If we do not give much time, devote much time to our speaking, to our pronunciation improvement, we should give at least 10 minutes or 5 minutes, or those minutes which we think that, for example, if we think that, yeah, I can give these minutes to my pronunciation improvement, we should devote that much time to our pronunciation improvement, to our pronunciation betterment. That's it all for today. Allah Hafiz.